Daily Fabric Fondle. Today we will be seeing what Lori is doing. That's me. I am making a face mask. This pattern comes to us from the Thangles company. Thangles.com is where you can find this pattern, and it's one that I really like. It incorporates fabric ties, so if you don't have elastic, that's okay. And it is nice and adjustable, as you'll see with the finished product. What you need to get started are 2 rectangles, 9 inches by 7.5. And then 2 other rectangles that are 1 3/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches. And these measurements again are all on Thangles.com is where the pattern is. And then 1 1/4 width strip, that is the width of fabric. So this is all you need to get started and all you'll need to make a face mask. We are not using interfacing in this face mask because first of all we're out of interfacing. The whole country seems to be out of interfacing, and I think it comes out just as sturdy. I've been wearing a face mask without interfacing and I feel protected. Okay, so first we're going to make our fabric tie. So I'm going to take my 1 1/4 inch strip, with the fabric to the ironing board, where of course my sewing companion is laying. I will try to stand around the dog and get to, hi Delilah, get to the ironing board. No sudden moves, Delilah. So to make a fabric tie, it's like making a double fold binding. We are going to fold the strip in half, wrong sides together, and I'm going to iron so that it makes a crease down the middle. Okay, so here's our strip, and it now has a crease down the middle. We're going to use that to do the next step where you unfold it, and we're going to now fold both sides into that center crease, like so. If you have a bias tape maker, that would help with this step, but if you don't, can you so we are folding each side to the center crease that we just made, and we're going to do that the whole length of the strip. So now that you have folded the sides into the middle, both sides, okay, we are going to go to the sewing machine and we are going to fold this in half again, tucking those sides into the fold, and we're going to sew down the side of this fabric tie, just a quick top stitch close to this right side to hold it down, and that's going to make the fabric tie for our fabric mask, our face mask. To the machine! I'm going to put this in my machine, and I'm just going to top stitch all the way down the fold, forward, back, and here we go, all the way down, making sure it folds in half. Do a quick back stitch at the end. So we have our fabric tie, we can put that aside for now. Now we're going to take our 2 rectangles and put them right sides together. And we are going to stitch a 1/4 inch seam down both long sides, both sides that are 9 inches long. So we've sewn the top and bottom of our rectangles, and now we're going to right side out. We're going to go to the ironing board, and we're going to just set those 2 seams. I'm going to top stitch just along one of the 9-inch sides, just so that it'll keep everything in place as we're doing the pleats. stitch. Now we will pleat. Pleating is a bit of measuring and eyeballing. So I like to start about 1.5 inches down. I measure it and put a line. I know there are a lot of people out there who can pleat by eye. I need a line to get started. So I go down 1.5 inches. I draw a line with my Frixion pen that will iron off later. And that's going to be my guideline for my first pleat. So I can fold it on the line I just drew, so I know when I'm 1.5 inches down. And then I'm going to make about a 1/2 inch pleat. I don't know if you can see that there. That looks like an accordion. While I'm doing my other pleating. So again, I'm using this line as a folding reference. And I'm going to do another about 1/2 inch pleat there. Pin that into place. And I'll make a couple other 1/2 inch pleats going down the mask. So there's my first one. Now I'm going to go down about 1/2 inch and make another pleat that is about 1/2 inch wide. This does not have to be an exact science because as you wear it across your face, the pleats get moved around anyway. Okay, so now I have 2 pleats. And we're going to make one more. Again, about 1/2 inch down from the last pleat. And 1/2 inch in. So, if you can see that, again, there's that like accordion fold there. Just going to pin it in place to hold it. Do the same thing to the other side. Bring it down about 1/2 inch. Fold it in. Pin it. At this point, after we pin this last pleat, I'm making sure it's straightish. At this point, you can measure the sides of your face mask, and it should be about 3.5 inches wide, and you can adjust. It looks like this side's a little shorter, so I might do a little adjusting, but check it out. It's 3.5 inches wide, about. That's what you want, okay? So here we have our 3 pleats. We're going to head to the machine, and we are going to stitch down each side just about 1/8 of an inch, just to hold the pleats in place. Just holding my pleats in place. Same thing to the other side. Starting to look like a mask. Okay, so now we are going to put in the side casings. This particular face mask design has casings on the side that the fabric tie will be threaded through. And that's what these small rectangles are for. These are our casings. So we're going to put right sides together, the face mask. This is the front of my face mask, right side up. And you're going to center it on the casing, so you have about the same amount on each side. And we're going to go to the iron and we're going to fold these over and press them into place. Okay, so I just press them over. I've got my raw edges lined up. I'm going to now do a 1/4 inch seam down the side to hold this in place. sides folded over, and a 1/4 inch seam across the top holding that on. Back to the ironing board. Okay, what we're going to do now is flip this over. Okay, so here's the little folded over part. Press that down. Same thing on this side. Press that down. And then we're going to fold a little bit of the top down. Here's where we're making our casing. So we fold it down maybe a 1/4 inch. And then we're going to fold it right over the edge of the mask. This is our casing. Just press that down. And I'm going to go back to the machine and put just a quick stitch down the bottom of this casing. And now we have a casing that the fabric tie is going to go through. Okay, we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Here's the front of the face mask, the back. Now we get to do the safety pin shimmy and put the tie through the casing. Grab my safety pin. I'm going to attach the safety pin to the end of the fabric tie. We're going to shimmy it through the casing. You're going to start, this is the top of the face mask. Remember we top stitched it? Start at the top on one side. And you're going to shimmy. And then you're going to bring it around the bottom to the bottom of the other casing and shimmy it through there. Okay. Then we take our safety pin off. We are done shimmying. We're going to take the ends of the fabric ties and just make a quick knot in them so they can't go back through. We are going to put a dart in the bottom of our face mask so that our chin, it'll fit really nicely against our chin and neck. Here's how you do the dart. So top of my face mask, bottom, right at the outside, that's going to show to the public. We're going to fold it in half, right sides together. Okay. To make the dart, we're going to measure up a ½ inch from the bottom of the mask, and then we're going to measure 1 inch across the bottom here. connect those 2 points, draw a line, and then we're going to just stitch across that line with the sewing machine. So here's my line. We're going to just stitch right across it. That's going to put a dart in the mask. Dart. We have pleats and a dart. And we can iron off the Friction pen, of course. Here's how this mask fits. You've got 2 ties coming up the top of the mask, and you've got a loop at the bottom. This loop goes around your neck so that you're wearing the mask like a necklace. Bring it up to your face and pull the ties until it's pretty snug against your neck. And then you're going to tie around your head. And you have a face mask. Fits real snug against the neck. That's what the dart does. This one tie, I'm going to take it off the tuck. Having the one tie is great. I don't know about you, but when I'm at the doctor's office and you have to put on that Johnny thing, I have a lot of trouble tying all the ties in the back. So now with this style mask, you just have the one tie. You don't have to tie it around your neck as well. It's just a loop. So for uncoordinated people like me, this is great. Again, this is the Thangles.com pattern for the face mask. You can go to Thangles.com and their link is right on their homepage. Thank you, Thangles, and thank you for watching the Daily Fabric Fondle.